Hey, we're live. Well, we're sort of live. I forgot that I had to move the microphone. 2 wee second days. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, viewers, what's a crack? We'll extend this out a wee bit, will we? Or will we, hang on, maybe move it over here. I should have done this before I started, but... C'est la vie. Get close up with my eyeball. My beautiful blue eyes. Oh, that's what I've been told. This thing is fucking... I'm going the wrong way with it. Duh. Not the best start to a fucking stream ever, but... There we go, get a wee bit of bite into it. There we go. That's about as close as we're gonna bring it. If that don't fucking work, I don't know what will. Holy fucking Jesus, it's warm. I'll turn the heat off. It's more exercise than I've had in weeks. Oh, fuck. So, where are we? Let's see. There we go. So, the last time we done this stream, we're having to flick back and forward between here and there. For the chat window, what I'm thinking that I'm going to try and do now, I'm going to see if I can get it on the go on my iPod. Getting all the important ones up. Chelsea and Rangers, you. Right. So, let's see what's going on deadline day. What's confirmed, what's not. I struggled to read that off that screen way over there, like. So, testing, 1, 2. Right, well, the volume's alright. Spotty there. Just can't even fucking see a chat window in here. So, I'm just gonna have to keep going back to this one. It's just a wee testing comment there to see if it works. Right, so done deals so far on deadline day. Everton closing in on Dele Alli, Aubameyang close to Barca, free transfer. Liverpool agree Carvalho fee. So this wee boy Fabio Carvalho was supposed to be a good player. He's been, like every day for like the last month in the BBC gossip column, he's been linked with Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Barcelona, Real Madrid, you name it. It's a different team every day. But he could be a good signing down the line somewhere. The biggest signing, the best signing so far on deadline day, absolutely without a doubt, has got to be Aaron Ramsey signing for Rangers. What an absolute fucking worldie of a signing. I had a wee bit of fear in me when Rangers sold Nathan Patterson for 16 million to Everton, thinking, oh, I would rather have sold Tavernier than Patterson, and is that the road that we're going to go down? But to then Sutar on a pre-contract, hopefully we can get him over the line in the next 2 hours because we really need him. Connor Goldson is an absolute fucking bomb scar waiting to happen of a centre back. Like every time it goes near him, I'm on tender hooks. And for him to think that he was leaving Rangers to go to the Premier League and he thought he was going to a Newcastle or a Liverpool or even, God forbid, an Aston Villa or an Everton or someone like that, and the only 2 teams that have shown interest in him so far on a free transfer is West Brom and Blackburn in the Championship. And the way that he went about it really annoyed me because his career was effectively over before Rangers bought him. He had a heart condition and nobody was willing to play him to give him a chance to prove that he could play through the heart condition. And Rangers did. Not only did they take a chance on him, they spent $3.5 million on him at a time when $3.5 million for anybody from Rangers, it was a big outlay for the club at the time. Bournemouth played him and showed that he featured every minute of the title win campaign for 55 in the league, and his gratitude for Rangers saving his career is to turn down their contract extension and leave for free. Is a really dirty dick move to do, and I think it would sting more if he was the centre half that he thinks he is in his head, that he clearly isn't. But going forward for Rangers with centre backs, I think it's looking pretty likely that Suter is done, but the boy from Vitesse Arnhem, Daniel Dohickey, he's told Vitesse he's leaving for free, and he's turned down the only approach made to him so far, which was Dynamo Zagreb, which are a good wee team. If we could get those 2 in, I mean, like, Dohickey was captain of Vitesse before he was 23, and Suter was captain of Hearts before he was 24, so it's 2 commanding centre backs, leaders, one who already knows the SPL and another who shares a nationality with half the coaching team. I think it's a really, really good base to build out from. You'll have Tavernier and Barisic / Bassi on the left, getting you your width. Keepers are okay, McCrory and McLaughlin. I would hope that McGregor and Steve Davis retire. I would hope that they retire with honours and know that they're forever loved by every Rangers fan anywhere on the planet. So if them 2 retire, Brandon Parker's away today. Connor Goldson on free to the fucking English Championship. Maybe sell Glenn Kamara and get a couple of quid in for him. And that added to the Patterson money. If we can win the league this year, it's a guaranteed 40 million from the Champions League next year, because the winners of the Scottish League this year get into the Champions League group stage proper, without the need for a qualifier. That would be a nice big kitty, and we could maybe get Aaron Ramsey full time. If we win the league, he experiences winning the league with Rangers, he experiences the old firm, and we can guarantee him Champions League group stage football next year. I think he signs. Yeah, might have to take a massive wage cut or have some kind of bonus scheme worked out for him, but Aaron Ramsey at the famous fucking you. I've just seen it going on the bottom of the screen there on Sky. Mason Greenwood is going to be in jail for a wee bit longer. And just talk for 1 wee second about what an absolute fucking scumbag Mason Mount is. Mason Mount, Jesus Christ. Mason Greenwood, I apologise, Mount, for that faux pas. Don't get your legal team on me, you're not a scumbag, you didn't rape anybody. Mason Greenwood, on the other hand, absolute scumbag. I'm not going to show the photos on the stream, but they're fucking bad. Like, he has kicked the shit out of that girl on top of fucking raping her. No, I just scumbags like him should be thrown away, and the fucking key lost, locked up and thrown away. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. That's like 10:30 at night here, so I'm fucking 10 joints fucking deep already. What we'll talk about now, let's see. It's Newcastle's new lineup: Dubravka, Krath, Shaw, Lascelles, Manquillo. Have you ever seen a bigger championship defence than that? Ryan Fraser, championship player. Longstaff, championship player. Shelby, championship player. Joe Linden, I mean, what the fuck's going on with him? St. Maximin out in the left wing, and Callum Wilson up top by himself. Right, so now this is how they've changed. That team deserves to get fucking relegated. Fuck me. Right, this one. Dubravka, so they've still got the same keeper. The back four, they've still got the Sales, and they've still got Shawers, their two centre backs. They've brought in Target on loan from Villa, and Trippier from Atletico Madrid. I'd say Trippier and Target are definitely an upgrade on Krath and Manquillo, but I don't think Trippier will be 32 by the end of this season. How many more years has he got in him to push Newcastle up the table? Target's only on loan, he'll go back to Villa. They're now playing 3 in midfield instead of 5. Shelby's still in there, he's still a Muppet. Joe Linden's still a Muppet and not a centre midfielder by any stretch of the imagination. And that's their new signing, Guimaraes from Lyon, Brazilian. You get to see how he'll adapt to the Premier League or the northeast of England. Apparently they're playing a front 3 of Willock, Maxim and Wood. Wood with 3 Premier League goals this season. That'll fire you away from the danger zone, alright. Mental. Newcastle are mad. Absolutely mad, like. Do you know who else has had a mad one? That's just a nice wee segue there. It's like Bournemouth. Deadline. I know there's a typo in there, but it will fix itself. PSG can put out a couple on penalties. Brilliant. Thanks for the update, Turbo. Holy fuck. I don't have none of these articles lined up or anything. I literally only decided to do this stream maybe 2 minutes before I started, so I just jumped up, hit everything, go, let's. As you could tell, the first 2 minutes of me trying to fix the microphone. So far, Bournemouth have brought in Kiefer Moore, who absolutely was Wales' best player at the last Euros at centre forward. They've brought in Nat Phillips on loan from Liverpool, he's been playing Champions League football this season for Liverpool. Freddie Woodman, who I think is going to be a smashing goalkeeper, and I don't know why Newcastle haven't given him more of a chance. Again, it's only another loan. But when you think of goalkeepers as well, can go right up until, yeah, we miss Edie out for a wee walk. What's happened? From 30 onwards, he's still only like 24. And I'm pretty sure he's oh, let's not be pretty sure. Let's fucking check him out on Wikipedia. I'm doing it on the iPad because it's easier. And your man's Sergei Dembele from Peterborough. He's another forward, but he is an absolute machine at that level, championship level. He was linked with Rangers and Celtic what year and a half, 2 years ago, and then like a 5 million move. So he's another good player, and they're expecting to get in Todd Cantwell from Norwich in the next few hours. Already with Moore, Phillips, Woodman, and Dembele, that is a cracking deadline day from Scott Parker. And absolutely fair play to Bournemouth, the owner, the staff, scouting department, everything. With those 4 signings, I think that they've guaranteed that they will go up as one of the top 2 in the championship. If they can add Todd Cantwell in midfield into the mix, that's the cherry on top, the chef's kiss. Oh, sorry for the white power symbol there, but let's check out Freddie Woodman's Wikipedia. I want to say he has like about 100 to 150 appearances to his name so far, which for a 24-year-old goalkeeper would be really, really good. So, boom, boom, boom. He's only played 4 times for Newcastle. I thought he'd have played more than that. And then 45 plus 43 is 88. 93. 104. 128. 132 appearances in league football. The majority of them coming at Swansea in the championship. He's going to be a good goalkeeper. Good goalkeeper. Right, so we can close that one down. Anything else happening here? Dembele to Chelsea. Considering there's 25 minutes of the actual window to go, although Chelsea are known for doing these sneaky ones, like 10-15 minutes after the deadline, as long as you get the deal sheet in time. It all depends on what we're going to do at the top end of the pitch. If we're going to play the same way with Lukaku through the middle and then 2 number 10s flanking him, which is what has been Tuchel's formation since he came in, the 2 number 10s are picked out of Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic and Ziyech. sometimes Timo Werner, but not an awful lot. They tends to keep Timo Werner as the understudy for Drogba, or for Drogba. Fuck, Lukaku wishes he was Drogba. My mouth is so fucking tongue-tied tonight, it's frightening. Fucking Mason Mount, Mason Greenwood, Drogba, Lukaku. Something's going on. Alright, so what was I saying? Yes, so if we were bringing Dembele in to play as one of those 10s, it would be pointless. We need to be giving Hudson-Odoi lots of minutes in his favourite position to get the best out of him. Same goes for Pulisic. Ziyech has struggled badly from being in and out of the team. You know, he's definitely a momentum player. It takes him a couple of games to get running again if you take him out and bring him back in. Havertz has been injury interrupted, so it's not really his fault. But to bring in Dembele, he would then leapfrog all of them, and their development and their place in the squad would suffer as it. Something that I have been crying out for, and I think it's easy to say to do it. It would take a little bit of your stability away from controlling the middle of the park, but those front three, instead of playing one up top and two off, it should be two up top and one in behind. So if we were bringing Dembele in to partner Lukaku as a two up top, I could get behind it. I could get behind that idea. If we're bringing him in for nothing, and then we're going to sell Timo Werner in the summer, and Dembele able to effectively take his place as the number 2 striker at the club, I could get behind that. Also, one other little caveat that I could see the understanding for it at the minute. Our wing back core has been absolutely decimated with injury, meaning Hudson-Odoi or Pulisic could be asked to fill in at right or left wing back a lot more for the second half of the season, and if they are, then that obviously leaves the group of number 10s, one light or two light, depending. So if we're bringing them in for that reason, then okay. All depends. Is it a loan? Are we paying a big extortionate loan fee? Or is it going to be a free contract in the summer where he's going to be looking mega wages? He's going to be looking... right away, if we were signing him on a free transfer, he's going to be at least 200,000, which is nearly double Rudiger and Mount and players like that. And that's not fair. Like, he hasn't done enough at Dortmund and Barcelona to warrant coming in and jumping over players who have played 100, 150, 200 games for the club, you know what I mean? So there is that wee aspect to it. Barcelona, No, they're just talking about fucking Rafa Nadal winning the tennis. I'm sure that's exactly what Barcelona fans wanted. They're bored to be tweeting about fucking 30 minutes before the window closes. Oh my fucking bag. Just checking to make sure there was nobody in the chat window saying anything. Oh, my spies have just texted me through more information. Turbo says you're safe, dude. Dembele not happening apparently. Thank fuck. Although for all the reasons just said there, I wouldn't have been against it as long as it wasn't permanent and it wasn't mega wages. So have we talked about how brilliant a window Rangers had? I think it sort of started on that track and then veered off somewhere. Talked about selling Patterson and then bringing in Suter and Dohickey. Oh, that's where I lost it. But Rangers adding Armad Diallo on loan from United, a guy that's worth 37 million in transfer fees, and bringing in Aaron Ramsey on loan from Juventus, a guy that's on 400k a week. If you could have told me to name two signings that'll never happen, those two would have been it. Diallo will never go to Rangers, and Ramsey will definitely never go to Rangers. Shows you what I know, doesn't it? Why anybody's even watching or listening to the podcast at this point, beyond me. Stoke signed striker Maja from Bordeaux. Yeah, Stoke have made their 5th January signing. Taylor Harewood Bellis, he's a wee young player. He's a Man City Academy graduate. Phil Jagielka, experienced, can get a team out of the championship. Lewis Baker is a fucking brilliant signing. I really wish he'd have made it at Chelsea. He's probably the biggest victim of our loan policy. You know, I think he actually played for us just before he left to go to Stoke, and that was his 2nd appearance for Chelsea, and his first was like 8 years ago. And the 8 years in between, he was out on loan everywhere. He was on loan in Turkey, on loan in Holland, the Championship, fucking Premiership. He has literally been on loan to half of Europe. His dead piece was dead. I went to say set piece and dead ball at the same time, so you can sort of forgive me on that flub. But his dead ball and set piece delivery, it's very, very reminiscent of James Ward-Prowse. You know, he can get a corner and whip it in, and his free kicks, he could place them right foot, left foot, top corner, anywhere you want it. He'd be a good signing for them. I really I would like him to kick on and do well. But what has happened to him before? He has done well in a promotion chasing team. Then when they get promoted, instead of a lot of teams do it. You know, you get promoted unexpectedly, and you have a team that's built for the championship. A lot of that team are going to be exposed in the Premier League, so you have to replace a lot of them. But I think it happened to him twice. You know, I would hate to see it if Stoke went up in the playoffs and then they went out and bought a new centre midfielder. I don't know enough about that or guy is. Oh, my fucking back is ridiculously sore. Time is it? Is that time? 16 minutes left of the window. I heard a wee snippet earlier about Aubameyang. So whatever he done at Arsenal, I don't think it was just turning up late for training or missing team meetings. There might have been something more to it, but so him and Arsenal have mutually ended his contract. Just that means he can walk away for nothing. They don't owe him anything. He can go and find a new club, which is how he went to Barcelona, who are really in debt. They're not paying a transfer fee for him or a loan fee or anything, and apparently he has agreed to play for like £10 and a packet of fucking peanuts or something. So he has, which fair play to him. Like, he's already a multi-millionaire, so he may as well. He's 31, 32. He's not going to get many chances at a club the level of Barcelona. So if that's what it took to get it done, fair play to him. But he had a contract at Arsenal that they walked away from. Well, that he walked away from. Sky Sports News reported it earlier that it's going to save Arsenal 25 million from wages that United don't have to pay to him. That is fucking frightening money. He was on at Arsenal. Frightening money that he's walked away from. Like, Arsenal could buy another player with that 25 million. That's how much money it is that they're saving on his wages. Oh, hang on. I do not know how to get the chat window up on here. I've tried it ring, I've tried the iPod, I've tried my phone. I give up. Newcastle saying Dan Burn, 13 million for a centre back who isn't good enough to get into the Brighton team. Okay, he is a Newcastle born and bred lad, and he is a Newcastle supporter, so gives you that wee bit of connection and willingness to fight for the club. But are any of these signings, like Sky Sports News, you're talking today that United wouldn't send Lingard? Oh fuck, Bournemouth signed Cantwell on loan from Norwich, brilliant. Well played, Bournemouth. What was talking about? Oh, these Newcastle signings. Sky Sports News were talking about how Newcastle are a challenger to United for the top four, and that's why United wouldn't let Lingard go on loan to them. The Newcastle team before the takeover was a championship team who were keeping their head above water just about in the Premier League. Not even just about anymore. I think they're in the relegation zone as it stands, aren't they? So none of the players that they've signed target on loan 31/32-year-old Kieran Trippier, Dan Burn, the Brazilian boy who I have no idea about, and who was the other one? Oh why, Chris Wood up front, the 3 fucking goal striker. Are any of those players worthy of Champions League level? Not by a fucking million miles. That's another thing I want of being the grumpy old geek. I have to have something to wind me up, you know what I mean? And what it has been today is the amount of hypnosis from Sky Sports News in particular. At one point earlier on, right, with a straight face said Aubameyang to Arsenal, the greatest free transfer of all time. Straight away, you could Sol Campbell going from Spurs to Arsenal on a free transfer and winning all the trophies that he did at Arsenal. Messi going to Paris Saint-Germain on a free transfer. Right, so let's kick on this. 442's article. Bargains, 11 of football's best ever free transfers. Even like last summer, PSG signed Donnarumma, Sergio Ramos, and Lionel Messi all on free transfers. This year, apparently today, this could be brilliant news because I haven't seen it reported anywhere. Bar Turbo. Turbo's the fucking man in the know. Right. Where are we? Right. Mbappe agrees to sign for Real Madrid on a free transfer in the summer. Here's his wage breakdown. So it's 50 million a year. That's 4.2 million a month. 961,500 a week. 137,360 a day. 5,723 an hour. 95.40 a minute, or €1.58 a second is what he's going to earn there. That is fucking frightening money. Absolutely fucking frightening money. While we're talking about Real Madrid, and another scoop coming from Turbo, Carlo Ancelotti, 3 times Champions League winner, Premier League winner, Serie A winner, has won the fucking heap everywhere that he's been. It's an absolute legend of a manager. UEFA tell Carlo Ancelotti to redo coaching exams before he can sit on the Real Madrid bench. What fucking kind of clown world are we living in where one of the greatest managers alive is not allowed to sit on the bench unless he goes and takes a wee bureaucratic fucking test to prove that he's a manager? What he should do, he should walk in there with all his fucking medals that he has, set them down on the table, turn around, whop his dick out, and piss in the face of the fucking person who's supposed to be marking the fucking test. Fucking unbelievable. That's fucking one proof that we live in clown world. Ancelotti, one of the greatest managers alive, has won trophies at major clubs in major countries all across the fucking place, isn't allowed to do his job unless he goes and takes an exam that UEFA has fucking set up. Bear in mind, I wouldn't trust UEFA to organise a piss up in a brewery. Never mind coaching fucking credentials for top managers. Sorry, dog. No, not got that. Turby shield. Oh. Right, so here we go. Free transfers. Roberto Baggio, Milan to Bologna. Steve McManaman, Liverpool to Real Madrid. Gary McAllister, Coventry to Liverpool. Sol Campbell, Tottenham to Arsenal. JJ Akacha, PSG to Bolton. Esteban Cambiaso, Real Madrid to Inter Milan. Especially when he left Real Madrid to go to Inter Milan were fucking cake. And he took them to be the first ever Italian team to do the travel of Serie A, Coppa Italia, and Champions League. Pirlo from Milan to Juventus. Again, he was a big part of why they done like 9 in a row Serie A titles. I'll close it. Bayern Munich to Lazio, wasn't bad. Paul Pogba, Man United to Juventus. Fucking Robert Lewandowski, free transfer from Borussia Dortmund to Bayern Munich. And you want to put Aubameyang from Arsenal to Barca as the fucking greatest free transfer of all time. Lewandowski, he hasn't looked back since. The Pole has bagged 294 goals and 329 appearances for Bayern so far. Fucking Aubameyang, the greatest free transfer of all time. Fuck off, Sky Sports News. Go home, you're drunk, you've had enough. Oh, my fucking bag. Okay, I've been going for 39 minutes so far. Have we? Let me just fucking check. Oh, fuck off, Woody. Oh, well, we'll talk about Fat Frank, as he's affectionately known around these parts. Not by me, I love Frank Lampard, Chelsea legend, and very harshly treated by us a year ago. Although it's hard to argue with wee Timmy Tickle coming in winning the Champions League. Taking that job at Everton, I'll try and look it up here. FFP Wiggle Room. So the way that financial fair play works, your accounts are taken over a 3 year period, so a rolling 3 year period. So when this year comes on, the furthest away year falls off. So it does. So financial fair play wiggle room shows you how much money your club can theoretically spend without breaking financial fair play. And if you look at this chart was done last week, Spurs have 400 million that they can spend on players. Liverpool have 272, United 242, Chelsea 241, Arsenal 201, Burnley 171, Newcastle 186, and you're down below 100 for all these teams here. Going down to Southampton, who are 37, Villa, who are 5. Villa have topped out their exposure by backing Gerrard, which you can hardly fault them for that. But Everton are the only team that are in minus wiggle room. They're minus 37 million. So Lampard is only going to be able to work within that. He either has to sell a load of players and hope that they can get top dollar, like top. If you think every player has a range, they're going to need to hit the upper range on all their players. Like, they can't afford to let anybody go on the cheap. And that's just to get them back to being break even. You know what I mean? He is going to rely really heavily on the loan market. Free transfer market, it's possible, but the clubs that are above him, Mbappe to Real Madrid, free transfer. Pogba's leaving on a free transfer. Last year it was Donnarumma, Ramos, and Messi that were all free transfers. Chelsea this year have Christensen, Azpilicueta, and Rudiger. 3 of our centre backs all coming to the end of their contracts. Don't doubt Lampard would like one of those 3 to go to Everton, but are they? Would any of them go? Like, Rudiger's been linked with Bayern Munich, PSG, Real Madrid. Christensen's linked with the same teams. Azpilicueta's constantly linked with Barcelona. So it's going to be the loan market. If they spend 40 million here on Dele Alli, which is not confirmed that they have done yet, 40 million they don't have for starters on a player who hasn't been in good form for 3 years. It's fucking risky. It's very, very risky. I think your man Van der Beek's an absolute kipper. He looked good in that Ajax team because the team around him looked good. De Ligt, Frankie de Jong, Ziyech, Owana, number of good players, but Frankie de Jong really carried Van der Beek through them games. So he'll be straight back to United come the end of the season. I don't think Everton have the money to buy him permanently. I don't think they'll want to buy him permanently after they get a look at him up close here anyway. What I can see, I think Billy Gilmore will go there on loan next year, which could be really good for him, especially if Lampard is there for the whole of the season. Oh, fuck. Right, so the window is closed. Oh well, the Scottish window isn't closed yet, as they would say in Scotland. I'm really hoping Rangers can push through the John Suter thing here in the last hour. I think it'll be here. I can click the article that I'm going to share with you over there, and then I'll read it over here. Reliable journalist has late update on Rangers suitor situation. Will almost certainly not be signing for Rangers in this transfer window. What this fucking should do? Apparently, Simpson's been linked with a couple of teams in the championship. Obviously, none of them came in for him today, so the plan would be to sell them in the summer. Why not fucking go to Hearts? Here, there's the 500k that you wanted, and we'll give you Jack Simpson on loan, so that you're not a body short for the second half of the season. We get Suter to go straight into our team. They get a body to keep them ticking over. Simpson can play himself back to fitness in a move. Everybody wins. Well, you would think. Fuck my back. Oh. Fuck it. We're an hour early, but we're taking our tablets. Ow! Oh, fuck. Fuck. I'll turn out these lights so you can go to sleep, you wee cunt. Eh? No, you go sleep. Ow! Two morphines and a sleeping tablet. Let's see how it goes, eh? Talk about Norby signing here. Man City have signed Julian Alvarez from River Plate. That boy's a player in FIFA and Football Manager. Me and Turbo have a career with a team that we created, Smoky Rovers. We signed him. Absolute goal per game machine. I signed him in Football Manager for my Rangers team. Goal per game machine. And we signed him in our Liverpool Football Manager career, where he is slightly less than a goal per game, but still fucking amazing. He is going to be a player. Although, it fucking made me laugh. Sky Sports News, Diddy Hamann said that Haaland won't go to Man City because he's not a Guardiola type player. Haaland was he's probably up there, top 5 definitely, maybe top 3 for form for the best player in the world at the minute. And the fact that he doesn't fit as a typical Guardiola player that Man City would turn down signing him for that reason for 65 million is fucking insane, Diddy Hamann. Insane. But he didn't stop there. He went, and he won't go to Liverpool either because they've got Firmino and Jota as their link-up players. And do you really believe that if Klopp had 60 million to spend and Haaland wanted to come, that they wouldn't sign him because they have Firmino, who's 31, 32 by the way, and Jota, who's a wee bit of a chocolate man. And then he tips it off with the absolute fucking cherry on top. Haaland won't go to Chelsea because he won't get in the team ahead of Lukaku. I don't know what kind of drugs you're on, Diddy Hamann, but I would not mind fucking partaking in some of them, pal. Absolute fucking insanity. If we could get Haaland, pay his wages and his agent fees and stuff, and he wanted to come to us, we would drop Lukaku in a fucking heartbeat. He scored a couple of goals right at the start of the season. Then he went off form. Then he got injured for 3 months. What are you eating, fuckface? Then he had a big, massive interview that caused no end of controversy. Then he get back into the fit again, and it's been shit every match since. Try to tell me that Abramovich or Tuchel would not want Haaland playing as our number 9 instead of Lukaku is fucking insane, did he? 3 fucking statements you made, and every one of them was more insane than the last. I think he's going to end up at Real Madrid. I know Barcelona for a team that are 500 million in debt and are already at the limit for wages in La Liga's financial fair play, the rules that they use, fucking have been able to bring in some good players and work some financial voodoo. Like the 50 million that they paid for Ferran Torres, they're already 500. Is it million or billion in that? I can't remember. And they went and got another 50 million loan to pay Man City for that transfer. Who the fuck is giving Barcelona a loan based on their current financial setup? Absolute madness. But I don't think they may be able to get another loan of 60 million to pay for Haaland, but that's not the problem. Anybody could afford 60 million to get Haaland in the door. It's the fact that he's looking 5 or 6, 700, 700k a week wages. But apparently Chelsea were quoted 800k a week. Maybe that's paper talk, but if it's even in that kind of ballpark, if it's even fucking 500, it's too much. You know what I mean? You can't. The difference with Mbappe getting 900 and something thousand is he's on a free transfer. So the sort of way that it was theorized that it should work is if you're going on a free transfer from a club to a club, then the fee that that club would have spent on your transfer is then given to you over the course of your salary. So if Real Madrid had 100 million set aside to buy Mbappe, he now gets that 100 million in his contract, so 961,000 euros a week. But Haaland, you're going to have to pay 60 million to get him. You're then going to have to pay him 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, maybe 800,000 a week wages, and also his agent, fucking Mino Raiola, wants like a 14 million golden handshake as well. Apparently he asked for a job. There was a rule passed by FIFA that agents could only take 10 to 15% of what the overall transfer fee was or something, and it came into effect at the end of that summer transfer window there, which is why he moved on Lukaku and fuck was the other one. He only has like 5 clients. He moved 2 of them on before that law came in. He tried to get a third one through that didn't end up going, and then the other 2 are going to leave on free transfers at the end of their contracts. They are, but because of that rule, he wouldn't get an exorbitant fee anymore. He could only get whatever is stipulated. So his way around that was to ask Chelsea to be put on the club payroll and to have his fucking 25 million or whatever he was asking for, have it paid to him in monthly installments for the length of Haaland's contract. And that is absolute fucking insanity. And I'm really glad Chelsea didn't fucking cave to it and agree. But so I can't see Barcelona not have. They couldn't justify paying the wages when they're that much in loan at the minute. I think he goes to Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid this summer will sign Pogba on a free transfer. Will sign Mbappe on a free transfer, and will sign Haaland for 60 odd million, whatever his release clause is. You know what I mean? If they can get Modric, Benzema, and Hazard out the door and replace them with Pogba, Mbappe, Haaland, Real Madrid are a fucking team to fear next year. 100%. Um, that's it. So we've done Dembele, we've done Ramsey, all the fucking Gers. We talked about Mason Greenwood being a dirty fucking rapist. Um, Talked about Bournemouth and our good day. Can't believe we got Tom Caldwell as well. Again, tip of the hat to whoever running Bournemouth transfers. And that's it. Deadline day is done, dusted. That's it. So I'm out of here. I'm gonna go and have a cup of tea and lie down, stretch my back out before my Twitch stream tonight. It's 11 after 11 o'clock now. Say about 1 in the morning GMT. We'll be streaming Dragon Age 2 on Twitch. It's the Kimura, all one word, THEKIMORA. For anybody who wants to come over and join us, all we ever do is every night, around about midnight, 1 a.m, I'll come on and stream for 2, maybe 3 hours, and as always, Dragon Age or Mass Effect. Dragon Age or Mass Effect. I think tonight it's Dragon Age 2. Although I wouldn't be adverse to a wee bit of Andromeda single player. We'll see. But that's a later on problem. So until then, folks, peace out, much love, and thank you for coming by. Bye. Oh, holy fuck, there's all sorts of messages now. Porn is dead in the water now. Football manager formation, you. And then I don't even know who's this. Pina Espo. Fucking just seeing these as I'm wrapping up. For fuck's sake. Who's Campione? Looks a wee bit Russian, maybe. I love Russians. Russians are my favourite people. Principally because of Mr. A buying Chelsea and turning us into a superpower. But also, I fucking hate the Americans' political, deep state, fucking military industrial complex. I hate everything about it. And I hate that they're... Right, we'll go into this now. Fucking may as well. We are being told that, oh, World War III is imminent, Russia's going to invade Ukraine. Biden stood at a fucking podium and said, if Russia invades Ukraine, we'll not really do anything about it, we'll just say nothing. Pretty much inviting them to invade Ukraine so that they can then turn around and go, you invade Ukraine, we're fucking war. You know what I mean? It is a fucking setup on so many different levels. Like, the annexation of Crimea, they had a fucking referendum, and the referendum of the people was, like, the people still speak Russian, they don't speak Ukrainian, they speak Russian. They wanted to return to Mother Russia. Fair enough. It was then spun as it was annexed, and it was a rigged election, and it's like our fucking elections are clean anyway, but that's beside the point. Then you have the missile fucking thing, right? When Russia put missiles in Cuba in the late 60s, early 70s, whenever it was, the world came to the brink of nuclear war. That is the closest, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the closest the world has ever come to nuclear war. And that was because they put missiles within range of hitting the east coast of America. Now, they're saying, oh, Russia are putting missiles fucking in Tajikistan and Ukraine and in, I forget the name of the other place, it's close to St. Petersburg, up in that corner. Right? And telling you that these missiles can reach London, Paris, Madrid in 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever it is. Right? And they completely fail to mention that the only reason Russia put those missiles there was because America put missiles in Turkey, Kazakhstan, Ukraine that could hit Moscow in 10 or 12 minutes. Right? So America done it first. Then when Russia does it, Russia's the worst in the world for it. And not only that, when America done it first, Russia went through all the proper channels, democratic channels, NATO channels, all these fucking things to go, hey, let's fucking talk about this. If you put these missiles here that can hit our capital in 10 minutes and we don't come to some kind of agreement here, our only other option will be to put missiles within 10 minutes of your fucking base. And surprise, surprise, the Americans wouldn't negotiate, wouldn't back down, forced the Russians to make the move, and then demonized the Russians for doing it. When in actual fact, if you hadn't put your missiles there first, or you had have accepted the negotiations and backed down, Russia wouldn't have had to put their missiles there. It's fucking mental. Absolutely insane. Anyway, fucking long live Russia. Fuck America. You. Right? How do I turn this thing off? That's the fucking question. Peace out, folks. Love you loads. I don't know what's happening here. I'm just gonna fucking start closing windows until something ends. Exit stream. That's what we're looking for there. I'm showing my boomer all over the fucking shop here, aren't I? Right, folks. Peace out.